Hey, good morning from beautiful downtown Blue Ridge, where we are at Circuit World Blue Ridge. I'm reading the hot deals here at Circuit World. They've got all kinds of things. I just picked this up going through the hot deal sheet. We'll talk about that a little later. It is December 29th, 2017. You know those people you're going to run into all day and say, I'll see you next year. Well, that's what's going to happen here, because we'll see you next year. This is our final show of the year. This is it, Rose. You bring the tissues. Who has the Kleenex? I mean, I know it's going to be, we're going to get all teared up today because this is it, folks. Sam is going on a road trip. We're happy for her. She is leaving for Seattle as soon as the show, 10 o'clock. The show's over. I mean, she packed. She's out of here. Thanks for, I know you.
That was awesome.
JR just gave me the tissues. Oh, that was funny. JR, the manager here at Circuit World. Okay, he gives me the tissues. It's going to be, we're going to talk about 2017. We're going to talk about some things that happened on the All-Star panel throughout the year. President Donald Trump's first year. That will not be the only thing we discuss through our panel. Then we're going to talk about 2018, some of the things that may be out in front of us next year. Did I tell them that I'm their host, BKP? I mean, you guys help me here. Did I say that already? Okay, and I said we're at Circuit World. I'm just checking off what I'm supposed to do here. We'll be back. We will not be live Monday, New Year's Day. We'll be back next Tuesday, 2018. We'll see you next year, right? Getting tired of that already. So we'll see you in 2018 next Tuesday at 8 a.m. And Lonnie will be producing the show next week. So my challenge is to have Lonnie and Rose pay attention for but it's only 4 days, right? So we can get through that. What else are we going to do today? We have Ask the Doc at 8:15. Dr. Raymond Tidman will be with us at 8:15. Our Ask the Doc segment. At 8:45, we'll have the All-Star panel. Now, we know Jane is still traveling and Bruce is traveling, but Rick will be here, and Rick and I are going to go through the last year, 2017, and what we see out in front of us for 2018. So we will have an All-Star panel. And then at 9:30, we're going to introduce, we're really excited. This young lady came on board TeamFYNSports. Her name is Reagan Young. Here in Fannin County, high school student Reagan Young will be with us as we, at 9:30, we have our TeamFYNSports Week in Review. That will be with the head of TeamFYNSports, Jason Banks. And we'll have Reagan Young with us today. You'll get to meet Reagan, and I'm excited about that. That's at 9:30. At 9:45, we always round out the week with the star of the show, the star of the week, our pet of the week. I absolutely love that segment. Every week, and this will be our last pet of the week, our last All-Star panel. I mean, 2017 will be in the books in just a couple hours. So that'll be our pet of the week from the Humane Society of Blue Ridge. Now we're going to talk about so many things. What this you remember? It seems like years ago, but you remember the eclipse? Anybody remember that day? Right in North Georgia. I mean, 2017, I understand we're going to talk about Russia, okay? Oh, by the way, this is one I've been thinking about. Now, Roy Moore will not concede the Senate race in Alabama. He will not. He is actually sued, okay? Now stay with me on this, okay? Okay, I think Roy should get his cowboy hat, get on trigger, and ride out of town, okay? But it's neither here nor there. So Roy Moore... Doug Jones wins down there in Alabama. Have you tuned in to one TV show? Now, this is a question I have for you because I asked this. Have you tuned in to one TV show since the election and had one of the news channels do a 24-hour straight coverage on these these women that Roy Moore, remember the lady with the yearbook? Doesn't it seem like it was just yesterday that Gloria Allred and the lady with the yearbook was on TV 12 of the 24 hours on MSNBC or CNN? You remember the young lady, and I forget her name, is 14 years old, and Roy took her out on to his apartment or whatever. Remember, allegedly, right? And she was on Good Morning America or what, one of those shows. I don't watch those shows. Remember that? Where are they now? I mean, you know, that's like you know, you have Danny Bonaducci, you know, with the Partridge family, right? And you know, you're growing, it's 70 something, right? So you're watching the Partridge family, and then you have those shows like on TV. Where are they now, right? And it's like 20, 30 years later. Where are the childhood stars now? Where are these ladies now? Where is the outcry? Where is the determination to right this evil wrong of allegedly Roy Moore? I told you the media chewed them up, spit them out, and the next day they turned the lights off and they left. But here's what I'm getting at. Roy Moore will not. He will not concede the election. I think it's humorous. But I want you to think about something, okay? Won't concede the election. He's actually suing and saying there's voter fraud to not have the election certified by the Secretary of State of Alabama. Roy Moore will not go away. Now, this reminds me of another candidate, okay? So there's all kinds of news of Roy Moore's a sore loser. He won't go away. He won't concede. Doug Moore has won. Won't move on, except you lost. Now, if I think real hard in 2017, let me think. What does that remind me of? Oh, by the way, Hillary Clinton has not accepted she lost. Interesting. Hillary Clinton and the Democrats and the deep state, everybody involved, has done everything for a year to make the president of the United States, what would he be, to not validate our president. It's illegitimate. It's not real. Roy Moore is suing in Alabama so they don't certify the election. The FBI, the Department of Justice, they found insurance. Remember the insurance policy that they wanted? Department of Justice, FBI, we're finding out all this stuff to where they were determined Hillary Clinton would win. So I'm just thinking one candidate will not concede the race. And Hillary Clinton has spent all year, the media has spent all year, we have the Russian dossier. Come on, get serious, all right? I mean, if you were out there last year in 2016, okay, and you know what a dossier is, good for you, okay? I'm not embarrassed to say, I didn't know what the hell a dossier was. I had to look this up. What do you mean the dossier? I mean, that's, we don't do that, on the playground. I didn't know. I mean, I had a general understanding. Like, what the heck are they talking about, dossier? In 2017, we learned what a dossier is. I'm just saying. Roy Moore, concede the race. Democrats, maybe one day you'll end this Russian hoax of an investigation and accept Hillary Clinton lost. Oh, I don't know. Anyhow, I'm your host, BKP. Good morning. Let me go over a couple things, all right, that we're going to talk about on the All-Star panel a little later today. For the last show of the year, it's going to be an optimistic show, okay? We're not going down the road. I don't care what they're doing on the other networks today. We're going to stay optimistic. But, there's a couple things that we don't pay attention to. Now, you're going to hear all of the things that are on the president's plate for 2018. You're going to hear in 2018 the President of the United States, 2018 the President of the United States, Obamacare, okay? You're going to hear in 2018 that we have to pass a budget, all right? You're going to hear in 2018 immigration. The list goes on and on. You're going to hear build the wall. You're going to hear all these things, okay? In 2018, you are going to deal with somewhere, somehow, unfunded liabilities that we have. It's got to happen, okay? And I've always used the state of Illinois for an example. So there's two things I want to show you here. The state of Illinois dropped, I told you this the other day, the state of Illinois dropped from the 5th most populous state in the United States to number 6, all right? They dropped from 5 to 6, okay? Illinois lost about 33,700 residents, dropping the total population to 12,802,000, the greatest numerical population loss of any state, greatest numerical loss of population of any state. Pennsylvania saw a slight increase with a population of 12,805,000. Pennsylvania jumped to number 5, Illinois 4. But what you're missing in there, the largest single population decline, all right? Is it over a bad economy and people are going elsewhere? You remember several years, I'm old enough to remember several times that, you know, the economy went down, was in decline in regions of the country, and people in those regions of the country grabbed the first rental van and moved to Texas or moved somewhere where there was work. That was not unusual, okay? How did Vegas get a population boom when other areas declined? Because there was work and there was a slowdown. This is the single largest decline in population in a state. Why? Because the state of Illinois was not able, okay, the state of Illinois was not able to pass a budget. Their debt, their liabilities, their teachers' pension, their unions, okay, pensions. They cannot pay the bills. And who are the 33,000 just in 1 year? And that's not just in 1 year. They're the taxpayers. And the reason I bring that up is in 2018, we are going to deal with that. Somewhere in 2018, we're going to deal with Illinois. We're going to deal with New Jersey. We're going to deal with Connecticut. You think Jerry Brown, a liberal out in California, and Arnold Schwarzenegger, whatever his name is, what's his name? All right, I don't know his name. Is that funny? I can't pronounce it. All right, I got in trouble for that. Arnold, all right, sorry, okay? You think those guys solved? You think they solved the financial crisis out there? You think so? No, they didn't solve it. You will deal with that next year. And I'm sorry if I offended somebody. I don't know how to pronounce Arnold's last name, okay? So, you think that you will deal with it. So I'm sorry I brought 2018. I'm not saying that. It's the budget coming up. We have to deal with Puerto Rico. Watch what happens next year. Pay attention. Illinois has lost, so the population has decreased to the point they're going to lose 2 congressional seats. Now, off the top of my head, okay, a congressional seat is 93,000, I think it is. I'm not for sure, okay? But the population is how you get congressional seats. Some states gain. Georgia has gained in the past congressional seats. Some states lose congressional seats as population. Illinois is going to lose 2 congressional seats. So, I'm sorry if I said something that offended somebody. I don't know how to pronounce the guy's last name. My apology, okay? I didn't want to do that. Everybody's looking at me like, oh my God. But, I'm sorry. Okay, what else in 2017? Some of the things that we, I think about the Me Too, okay? In the last 6 weeks, the President of the United States has given late night comedians, talk show hosts, great material. This guy, President Donald J. Trump, has been great for the nighttime talk shows. Great material. All right. So that being said, we have in the last 2 to 3 months the Me Too. And everybody's coming out of the woodwork. We started with Harvey Weinstein. We got Matt Lauer in 2017. We got Charlie Rose. And everybody's coming out of the woodwork. And you got Jimmy Kimmel. I want to bring this guy up, Jimmy Kimmel, okay? And this liberal, you remember he cried on air over the Obamacare? And that the Republicans were going to, you know, take the poor kids off Obamacare and kids were going to lose their health care. And he, you know, he really went political over that. Does anybody ever talk that this same Jimmy Kimmel is a guy that really started out doing something called The Man Show? You remember that? He did The Man Show. And you remember he had these ladies he called the Juggies? You remember that? Don't remember that, do you? Google it. Jimmy Kimmel, The Man Show, and the Juggies. Come on, really? I'm your host, BKP. Good morning. It's going to be a great day. 2017, we're closing the show, okay? Going to open back up Tuesday at 8 a.m. I got my Kleenexes because it's going to be a tearful, right, JR? Tearful morning. And got my Kleenexes. And, hey, we'll be back after these commercials.
Ace is your healthful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East Ellijay. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff. Broken Bowl, located in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge at Sycamore Crossing, is locally owned and operated. Our Simply Noel selection is the largest around. We have a great selection of unique clothing and several lines to choose from for men and women. We carry a beautiful variety of handmade jewelry from Blessed Be and others. All kinds of gifts, starting to carry shoes this fall as well. Come visit us on your next trip to Blue Ridge. We can't wait to meet you at Broken Bowl, located in downtown Blue Ridge.
Days Chevrolet in Jasper is dropping the hammer. Over $11,000 off MSRP on new Silverados. Just look what we've done to the price on this new LT Crew Cab. Save over $11,000 and pay just $32,500. And Days Chevy is dropping the hammer in a big way on all new Chevy Malibus. Save over $6,500 and pay just $17,900. The savings are real and they're big at Days Chevrolet in Jasper.
Better days ahead, Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
Hey, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the Circuit World here in Blue Ridge. Our doctor has not showed up today, and there may be a miscommunication in this last show of the year, so we apologize on that segment. And I do want to issue an apology to anybody if I offended anybody for a mispronunciation. Really was not my intention. I just want to be very sincere on that. So moving right along, I'm looking at these. You still got, I know you brought me the tissues, JR, but do we still have the all the furniture on the floor, same as cash? 6 months, same as cash?
Yeah.
And that's till Saturday, right?
On all in stock.
All in stock. Every piece of furniture on the floor. I know if it comes down to it, you might have to, but try not to sell this couch. I like this catnapper couch. Both ends, yeah, I like this. Try to. If it's gone, it's gone.
If so, we'll just move it.
No, we will not move to that one. No, we will not. There's a couch here that they are encouraging me to move to, and the answer is no. I could really stretch out on that one. Anyhow, Circuit World of Blue Ridge, they have 5 locations: Ellijay, Blue Ridge, Murphy, Blairsville, and Franklin, North Carolina. So those are 5 locations, and all furniture, all 5 locations on the floor Saturday until close. 6 months, same as cash. That even includes the warehouse, right?
Warehouse included.
All right, warehouse included. So come down, see JR. Now I want to tell because fetchyournews.com, 2017. I always like to share something with you about us, really bring you into who we are and what we're about. And because we're ending 2017 and get ready to start 2018, the question I get asked a lot is, how did we start? How did you come up with this? How did you come up with fetchyournews.com? When did you start? What caused you to do this? So I want to look in the camera and I want to tell you, all right? New Year's weekend is always very special for Lisa and I. It always is very special, and I'm going to tell you the reason why. And I want you to be optimistic in 2018, and I want you to go out and I want you to do whatever you dream. I mean, it's time to go out there, and if you have a dream, take the chance. Take a risk, and I say it like that, take that risk you've been wanting to take a chance, and I just got to put it out there. So in 2009, a lot of you don't know this, but around 2007, we're operating, 2006, 2007, we're operating a business that has around 70 employees, okay? And we operate this business, has about 70 employees, and it surrounds the building materials industry and the construction industry in North Georgia. Okay, so obviously this area, the economy collapses. It absolutely collapses. We don't slow down, it just collapses. I know so many of my friends out there, so many people lost everything they had, and wasn't because they were not out working, not out trying. Every day it just collapsed. So moving right along from that, our business that had 70 employees in 2008, we closed. Okay, we closed. There was no more business in North Georgia. And we know what happened with the banking industry, and we know what happened with the bailout with TARP and so forth. So coming off of 2008, we get into 2009, we wind our business down, and we do not print anything, all right? I'm going to really open up here on fetchyournews.com this morning. We don't print anything, nothing at all. Every single thing we do is on the internet. Our social media, our website, everything's on the internet. So in 2009, we've closed our business. We don't know exactly what we're going to do next. And at this time, I have written a couple blogs called "The Rubber Meets the Road." I used to. This is late 2009, somewhere around 2009. I wrote several articles called "The Rubber Meets the Road." I was very upset with TARP in this country. I was very upset that you know, the working people, men and women in North Georgia, we were out here working every day. We weren't really doing anything wrong. We were providing services, and then just all of a sudden everything collapsed, and our government knows what's going on, and it collapsed, and we see good, hard-working families that all of a sudden are losing everything they have, all right, by no fault of their own. It wasn't because they weren't getting up and going to work. So it was a very frustrating time for many of us in North Georgia, you know. And so I've written several articles called The Rubber Meets the Road, and we're trying to think about what do we want to do next. Now, I had several opportunities to move to other areas of the country in the construction industry with my background. I had a couple offers in Texas. You know, we had a couple offers to go somewhere else, bigger markets, and go make a living, because we still believe in the old-fashioned way of making a living, getting up in the morning. We said, no, we want to stay here. This is where we live. We live in North Georgia. We want to be in North Georgia. We don't want to leave. We want to stay here. So we visit, and stay with me on this story, okay? Because when we started I'm going to tell you, when we started FetchYourNews.com, a lot of people told us, well, you're missing the newspaper generation. You're missing the elderly, the senior citizens, okay, if you just go on the internet. So we go to visit. It's a very trying time. We're going through a transition, wondering what we're going to do next. So we go to visit my parents in Pennsylvania, northern Pennsylvania, where now they have 50 inches of snow, right? So we make a 12-hour trip to Pennsylvania, 2009 for Christmas, okay? And I want to share this with you. So we make the trip for 2009 and for Christmas, and we're sitting up there, and you know, the whole family knows that our other business is closed, and we're trying to make a decision what to do. So my dad, you know, I think he's about 82 now. I'm just going to say it. I hope I didn't get in trouble, but I think he's about 82, right? So he's in his 70s, and this is 2009, Christmas 2009, and he's on his laptop. He's always on his laptop with his reading glasses, and you know, this person's in his 70s, and he's always on the laptop, and he's always researching, and he's always looking at stuff and reading. And we're getting ready to leave and go out the door, and my dad's sitting at his little desk at his laptop, and he said, you know, I know you're going home and going to try to figure out what to do. He said, all I want to tell you is whatever you do, do something with this box here. So he called his computer the box. He says, do something that has something to do with this box here, because everything eventually is going to be handled through this box. Go figure out something to do in this box. Okay? Is that interesting? So Lisa and I traveled 12 hours, the longest drive. We talk about what would we like to do. In those 12 hours, coming back from Christmas, all right, we decide we want to open our own news network, online news network. We make that decision in a 12-hour drive. That's what we want to do. Because what we felt was that people were not getting the information, and this is not a knock at a paper or nothing, so let's not go there, but we felt, you know, people are not getting the information. It's not getting out locally in communities, and look at what happened to us by not really getting the information that's going on. So we decide in 12 hours that we're going to open our own online news network, and what we're going to do and where we're going to start. We're going to start in Pickens County, Gilmer County, and Fannin County. All right? So we get home, and that weekend, New Year's Eve weekend, I guess, I don't know what day New Year's fell on, but it was one of those, we'll call it a lazy Saturday. It's New Year's Eve weekend, 2009. All right? And we're watching movies all day. We don't go anywhere. We're just watching movies, and we're talking about this online news network. So we said, okay, we need to come up with our name. What is our name going to be? So I'm doing this on camera because, you know, and then that way she'll say, I wondered when you were going to finally tell people it was my idea. So we're sitting there, and Lisa says to me, she says to me, fetchyournews.com. All right, so I'm going to say this is 10 o'clock in the morning. Fetchyournews.com. I look over and I said, no, I don't know if I really, that does not roll. I can't get that to roll in my brain, fetchyournews.com. So obviously we like dogs, right? So we came up with the dog, you fetch your news, right? So she had fetchyournews.com. And about 10 o'clock in the morning, I said, no, I just can't get that to roll. And so we sit there all day and we're talking, and just all of a sudden out of the clear blue sky, about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, I mean, it is a good 6 hours later, I look over and I say, buy it. She said, what are you talking about? I said, buy it. She said, buy what? I said, buy fetchyournews.com. I said, I have run it all day long and it works. It works. So about 6 o'clock on a lazy Saturday, we'll call it, watching movies, trying to figure out how we're going to put this online news network together, we come up with the name. Lisa came up with the name. Oh, God, did I just do that on? I did, right? That's on video. Do we record this show? Yeah. Okay. Lisa comes up with the name fetchyournews.com. Okay? So if we're fetchyournews.com, obviously we need dogs, right? So on that Saturday, we create Chief, okay? So if you'll go to our website, you'll see the 5 dogs. They are a news team. A lot of people don't know us. They say they're a news team. The 5 dogs, they're a news team. So we create that same weekend, we create Chief, okay? And Chief is the head of the news team, and you can see he's a bulldog, and he's got a slight smile because you never want to see, Chief never wants the team to see him smile, so you got Chief. And then we create Fetch. So Fetch is this strong, tan, lab mix, he's this strong, he's lead reporter. That is Fetch, all right? So Fetch is actually a reporter. And then we have Scoop. And Scoop is a puppy, okay? And he's a reporter, and he is a reporter. Scoop is a reporter. And so you have, and he wants to be just like Fetch. But Fetch won't let him go on all of the news assignments. And so you have Flash. And Flash is an old basset hound with reading glasses. And Flash knows how they did it in the old days with the typewriter and everything like that. So Flash is Scoop's mentor. And then you've got Lucy. And Lucy is a labradoodle, okay? And Lucy loves Fetch, but Fetch doesn't have time for a woman, okay? I mean, so this is the whole storyline that we put together that weekend. And, we started 2010. It took a year of development. FetchYourNews.com started in 2010, okay? So we started 2010 knowing, all right, from that New Year's weekend, that we were going to start this online news network called FetchYourNews.com, okay? We knew we were going to do that. We knew we had 5 dogs that we were going to develop into a news team. We decided we were going to do Pickens, Gilmer, and Fannin to start the business. And you know what else happened in 2010? I, for one, call North Georgia a depression. Many will call it a severe recession. But if you lived in Gilmer County in 2010, you felt as though you were living in a depression, okay? Banks were collapsing all around us. I mean, you and I know, we don't have to go into that. And we started out in 2010, FetchYourNews.com, once we got our first website developed and we launched it. We started going out and telling people, hey, we're FetchYourNews.com, we're going to do this. And they'd say, you're going to do what? You do what? And this was a very confusing, troubled time for our area economically. I mean, people were wondering what is tomorrow going to bring. And I guess where I want to end with that before we go to commercial, okay? We want no pat on the back. I want to end with this before we go to commercial. Right now in 2017, you have listened to all the negative media you could listen to. Possibly. MSNBC, ABC, CNN, negative. But what are the facts? Okay? Consumer confidence up. Optimism up. Spending up. Home sales up. Okay? So we, and I want to thank Lisa for, her and I together taking this risk. We started 2010 with a whole new venture, a whole new idea of an online news network that we launched. And you know what? We did it at a time where consumer confidence was at the lowest. Optimism was at the lowest. Unemployment was through the roof. Christmas spending was down. These were all the headlines in 2010 when we started. But you know what? If you're out there and you have a dream and you've been wanting to follow through with your dream, you're excited at what you could possibly do, I want to encourage you to start 2018 and take that chance. Because I'm going to tell you what, never let anybody tell you can't do something, and never let anybody tell you it's not the right time. Because trust me, we were told it was not the right time. Because there's always somebody out there that's going to say no. Okay? I'm your host, BKP. I don't know what that meant. Anyhow, at least I didn't pronounce anything really bad or say bad words during that segment. We're going to come right back. Rick is with us with the All-Star panel. And after we get done with that, we're going to have Reagan Young, TeamFYNSports Reagan Young. And we're going to have Jason Banks in here for TeamFYNSports Weekend Review. And then after that, our Pet of the Week from the Humane Society of Blue Ridge. Take us to break.
Kenty Artesian Silver and Gifts, the Peruvian shop, located in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge at Sycamore Crossing. Fine sterling silver, luxurious baby alpaca and exotic woods. A beautiful selection of exquisitely crafted gifts for all of your special occasions. Visit our website, artesiansilvergifts.com, or follow us on Twitter at Artesian Silver Gifts. Kenty Artesian Silver and Gifts, the Peruvian shop in downtown Blue Ridge. Papa's Pizza to Go in downtown Blue Ridge is the best in the area all-you-can-eat buffet. Call ahead or order online now at papaspizzatogo.com. Use our convenient pickup window for the best in pizza, subs, wings, breadsticks, salads, and more. And be sure to check out our lively game room. We serve lunch and dinner, catering available, take out or dine in. Papa's Pizza to Go in Blue Ridge, proud sponsors of the Fannin County Rebels.
All I do is win, no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up. And they stay there, and they say yeah, and they stay there. Cause all I do is win. And if you going in, put your hands in the air, make them stay there. All I do is win.
The Tupelo Tea mission is to provide over 80 premium tea blends for tea lovers who are looking for ways to explore new flavors and blends. Come visit Tupelo Tea, located in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge at Sycamore Crossing. Be sure to sample our various varieties of honey and tea. Visit us on the web at tupelotea.com or call us at 706-946-TEAS. That's TEAS. Tupelo Tea, located in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LOJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair, and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Hey Rebel fans, come visit the Dairy Queen Grill and Chill of Blue Ridge, Fannin County High School's Meet, Eat, and Treat headquarters. Highway 5 in Blue Ridge. Proud sponsors of the Fannin County Rebels.
Hey, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. We are at Circuit World in Blue Ridge. Now, before we get, hey, we're 3 or 4 weeks, so you know, what's with the tissues? Why are you doing me like that? Right? On live TV, you throw me a box of tissues.
It's the long hair. I thought you was going to get sentimental.
The long hair. So, JR, okay, now they're all worked up. Before we go any further, it's, you know, it's supposed to be 10 degrees like Monday morning?
Yeah.
But that doesn't bother you, right?
No.
Not at all. And they're calling for snow?
Calling for snow.
But your delivery guys are ready today and tomorrow.
Today and tomorrow, they are.
Yeah, Sunday they're off.
And Monday.
And Monday.
Yep.
So they have today and tomorrow to take advantage of the furniture deal. Before we go any further, I got to tell you, they will not leave me alone because it's cold. And every year at this time of the year, I love when I get an opportunity to get my coat out. And my coat, like everybody's doing, it's 100% camel hair. Did you know there was a such thing?
No.
First time, right?
First time.
Okay, all right.
When you wear it, do you spit a lot?
You feel
Like
like,
a camel?
no, I don't spit when I wear my jacket. You feel like you're on one of them game shows. I'm getting ready to ask you. You get to spin the wheel.
Price is Right.
Price is Right. Okay, so we're at Circuit Road, Blue Ridge. Is not Price is Right. Now, a lot of times when you think about this place, you don't think it's a place you can come and get an Xbox.
You get them.
You can get them right here.
Xbox, PlayStation,
Right here.
Nintendo Switch, right here.
And you got plenty of these in stock?
Got plenty of them.
All right. Now, the Xbox, what you want to do is you want to hook it up to this smart TV, and this is your post-Christmas sale 49-inch LG LED PlayStation 4 or Xbox.
What's that?
And this is the sale right here?
This is the sale.
Do they go together?
They go together.
This is the deal.
Yep, it's the deal. Well, you see the Xbox is $79 by itself, so basically you're getting a TV for $20 a month.
Oh, so you can come in and same as cash.
Same as cash.
So this whole deal has 120 days, same as cash. You take this deal, and it's until tomorrow. Close it tomorrow. You could get the Xbox and this TV 120 days, same as cash deal.
Yes, sir.
Or if you want to pay by the month, it's $99 a month for both of these.
$99 a month for both of them.
That's pretty good.
We try.
I got the trunk open. I might have to get this.
I got your credit card.
You do know this is a live show.
I do know it's a live show.
Okay. And no, Rose, do not deliver the washer and dryer she picks out every week. Rose picks out a washer and dryer every week. That one right there?
That one right there.
She wants it delivered?
She does.
If I come in and it's missing from the store.
It's at Rose's house.
Is that right? Rose? Folks, this is JR, manager of Circuit World in Blue Ridge, and I tell you what, these are great people to work with and deal with. Their staff, they're knowledgeable about all the products. They have a delivery team that will get it right to the house. They will help show you how to hook everything up that you need to hook up, and they have location. Let's see if I can get this right. You know what I do? I follow the highway. So I start in Ellijay, Blue Ridge, Blairsville, and then we cross the state line into North Carolina, and we have Murphy and Franklin.
Murphy and Franklin.
And you've been at this store how long?
I've been here 2 years. Store's been here for a little while longer than that.
Come in and say hello to JR today, because he's got furniture on the floor, 6 months, same as cash. You only got till tomorrow night on a lot of these deals, and they're great deals. Come in, and you can get the 10% Rick deal.
Rick's a Blackhawks fan. That deal changed.
Okay, well, that deal changed, but just tell him the show. Fetcher News, Good Morning from the Office, and he might work you out a little extra discount. I'm your host, BKP. Thank you, JR.
You're welcome.
The Tupelo Tea mission is to provide over 80 premium tea blends for tea lovers who are looking for ways to explore new flavors and blends. Come visit Tupelo Tea, located in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge at Sycamore Crossing. Be sure to sample our various varieties of honey and tea. Visit us on the web at tupelotea.com or call us at 706-946-TEAS. That's TEAS. Tupelo Tea, located in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in Ellijay, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair, and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Hey Rebel fans, come visit the Dairy Queen Grill and Chill of Blue Ridge, Fannin County High School's Meet, Eat, and Treat headquarters. Highway 5 in Blue Ridge. Proud sponsors of the Fannin County Rebels.
Hey, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. We're at Circle.
Would
you quit it? The tissues, everybody with the tissues. It's just a sad day.
It's just sentimental. We got weepy on the break, didn't we?
We had a good year.
We did.
Let me get it before we get all sentimental. We're at Circuit World of Blue Ridge here, and I'm here with Rick, and it's time for our all-star panel. Jane, we wish you well on your travels this holiday season, and also Bruce is not with us today, but Rick and I, we're going to carry the load and take it right through to 2018. You know, let's say that, you know, we started this we started this in 2016.
The panel,
we started 2016. We started it year before last at Sycamore Crossing, and we went through our growing pains and things like that of trying to get how we were going to run the panel, how it was going to work and stuff like that. But 2017 this year really has been a lot of fun. And we covered a lot of ground every Friday although we have a great time, but we've covered everything.
Yeah, we get serious a little bit. Didn't we start out at the Beanery? We did a couple of
test
runs over there.
That was when Linda had the Beanery. That was and then we moved over to Sycamore Crossing the first year that we moved over with the weather, and then we moved into Blue Jeans Pizza, and then we moved back to Sycamore, and then we finishing the year here.
Well, it's kind of a temperature related thing.
May 1st. May 1st is the target date where April showers bring May flowers, so we don't want to be outside in April to take that chance. So
Circuit World's our new cozy confine.
I tell you what, right?
Cozy confines.
But
Rose is over there sleeping on the recliner.
Yeah, I'm thinking this.
She's just chilling.
I'm thinking this out, but it's been a good year. So let's look at this. What are some of highlights throughout the year? If you were thinking, like, what are some of the biggest things that happened this year in the news, or things that we've discussed, or things that I brought up earlier that they're talking about Roy Moore will concede the election in Alabama, and I think he ought to get on trigger and leave town. Okay, all right. But also, can you think of another candidate that lost that will not concede? That's Hillary Clinton.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not taking.
She
up
just
for
keeps
Roy,
coming back
right.
and coming back.
And the Russian collusion is, this investigation has all been created
to cover up.
Right. So, but anyhow, what are some of the biggest highlights of the year, the biggest stories of the year that?
I mean, there's so many that are obvious. We could come up with the obvious ones. I mean, January 20th, the inauguration, or the 21st, whatever it was.
That's where Trump said it was the largest crowd to ever assemble and watch anything in the entire world, with the exception of
the Obama.
No. You're killing my line.
Sorry.
This is where President Trump. Don't let me get this one. This is the inauguration is where I love I like the president. Okay, but this is where he says the inauguration is the largest audience. Okay. The largest audience to ever witness, watch, or see an inauguration, anything in the world, with the exception of Elvis in Hawaii. Right? But I mean, that was pretty good, right? I mean, and then Sean Spicer comes out to the podium. It was huge. It was the hugest.
It was huge.
It was huge. It
was like the Pope.
And like, oh my God. So. But the inauguration is actually where, and I played it the other day, where President Trump really captured the America First. He said America First that day, and he's lived up to it, to me. What about you?
No. You and I had the conversation on the phone, and I've been out of town, but I watch as much as I can in the morning. That clip that you ran, and I can't remember exactly what the verbiage was, but I think that's when he said, we're going to make America number one again. America first.
America first.
And you ran that clip, and I thought it was brilliant because I forgot about that. If you go back and you look at some of the stuff, you can connect the dots and see that over the course of the year, everything's been right on the money. I mean, he's been consistent with everything he said.
There's one thing in 2017 that has puzzled me a little bit. Now, there's several things, but one thing in particular. Something's not adding up with what happened with Obamacare. And I'll tell you why. The House passed the repeal. I don't know what's going on here, but something is fishy about Obamacare, because the House passed a repeal and replace, remember? And it got over to the Senate, and we're not going to forget, in the year in review, 2017 will always be the year that John McCain slowly walked up and gave the thumbs down, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so, but then shortly after that, Tom Price, you know, he flies first class too often, and he has to leave, right?
Yeah.
And I say, you don't understand where I'm going, right?
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, our HHS secretary, Tom Price, is gone.
Oh, I see what you're doing. I see which way you're going.
Where is the media on who the new HHS secretary
Right.
is? Where is the media on confirmation hearings for the new guy? Where is the media on anything with HHS? Are you hearing anything? It just, boom, it's quiet, silent. Do you understand? It's something there, you know, they wrapped that fish up in the New York Times, and I don't know.
Do you think that there was too much backlash from all the pharmaceutical companies, possibly?
I don't think so. I think on the 60-minute interview, I think Bannon spilled his guts. And I think he said, remember Bannon said, they will fix Obamacare. Remember that?
Yep.
You remember he said they will fix Obamacare?
Uh-huh.
I think that happens in 2018.
Pretty bold.
Huh?
That's pretty bold.
Well, I mean, you remember Bannon said they'll fix Obamacare. It's not going anywhere. They'll fix it.
I do.
All right. I just think that's one of the fishiest things that happened in 2017 to me. That everything doesn't add up.
Do you think that they're waiting to see what's going to happen with the repeal of the mandate? Which way it's going to sort out? You know, the Dems are predicting that, you know, children will lose their crutches and people will die. And
I'm not for sure. I know in 2018 the two major legs of it to me is the CSRs. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. The CSRs. The cost. Let's see. Is this CRS or what is it? Cost reduction?
Cost sharing reduction.
Cost sharing reduction.
Right.
Yeah.
CSRs.
Yeah.
Cost share reduction payments. Okay.
Yep.
Well, you and I know they're illegal. A court actually said no, they're not in the spending of the House of Representatives, right?
Exactly.
So the cost sharing reduction payments, that's one major leg, right?
Yep.
The other major leg is to bring in money to make those cost share reduction payments was the mandate. So you got the
tax.
Right, and it keeps going up. 2,500 is up to 2,500 now, or whatever. So that's gone. So you have two major legs, so it has to be dealt
What keeps
with.
going up? You're talking about the penalty keeps going up.
Penalty,
Yeah.
right, the penalty.
Yeah, it goes up every year that you decline.
I don't want to get stuck on that. I don't want to get stuck on that. I love seeing all the activity here
Yeah.
as they're opening
Folks
up.
are coming in, getting ready to roll.
Let me, what else in 2018?
2018?
Or 2017.
2017, okay.
I heard a little voice in my head somewhere say 2017. I think it was over there somewhere.
You know, one of the things that doesn't get recognized a lot is the amount of the quantity of quality judges that are being appointed.
Good point. 2017, all weekend long, you will not probably see this, that there are more judges, and I do not want to end 2017 with anybody getting the impression I like Mitch McConnell.
Right.
Okay.
Yep, I got that.
Okay.
That's emblazoned in my mind.
Okay, I want to make sure nobody gets the wrong impression. I do impressions, but not Mitch McConnell, liking Mitch McConnell. But in reality, the Senate has confirmed more judges in the first year.
Yep.
For a sitting president.
Since the 1800s.
Exactly.
Yep.
And it's not talked about. And one is Gorsuch, but the other, I think there's been 10 to the lower court.
I think 12. But
12? Okay, you're probably right. I knew it was in the double digits.
Yeah.
And conservative judges.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
Conservative judges, and one of the things that we have been, when we talk about drain the swamp, one of the things that we have been as conservatives concerned about is legislating from the bench. Right? We don't like
it. It's illegal.
Exactly. So we have been upset for years of legislating from the bench, and we as conservatives say, you know, I remember, and I do like Ted Cruz, okay? I like Ted Cruz, But when Cruz was running in the primary, and they were trying to sell us that Donald Trump would end up being, remember, the Manhattan liberal that he really is. He's hiding behind a man. He's nothing but a Manhattan liberal. We're all going to find this out. Cruz did run on being the candidate that would change the courts. Remember?
Yep.
Very strong. Ted Cruz, senator from Texas. He would change the courts to, conservative judges.
I mean, so strongly that he was even considered for the spot that Gorsuch got.
Right. So that being said, one of the big unknowns, you got to give it to, you got to say America voted in Donald Trump, and the unknowns are enormous. We did not really know, would this guy show up? Because it is a guy that years ago, he's in Manhattan, he needed permits, so he gave Schumer some money.
Yeah. That's what you do.
I know, but we found out this year, Kirsten Gillibrand will do anything for a campaign contribution. I mean, right? What's funny is you and I know this, and the media acts like they're shocked. But you remember during, and I don't want to change the gears, but you remember during the transition, we had a daily camera fixed on the golden elevator.
Oh yeah.
Right? Who went in? Who came out?
Exactly.
They never stopped. Who came?
That was on the nightly news every night.
Every night. Who went in that elevator?
Who went in today?
Yeah. And
who's he considering? Who's he betting?
And he went up at 9. He didn't come down to 11:15.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is where I'm going with that.
Biggest one was Romney. Remember that?
But no, one thing that I'm really saying here is that elevator, because he's the president-elect and it's a transition, that elevator was very busy before the cameras. Everybody went to Trump. I mean, when he's private citizen, billionaire Trump, developer in New York, if you had a camera in the lobby, you got Schumer going up the elevator.
Yep.
You got Gillibrand going up the elevator. You got these people going up the elevator asking for money, right?
Right.
So this guy knows what he's talking about.
I'm with you, 100%.
There was a topic here we were on.
Yeah, what was that?
Let's go back to the
judges. Well, yeah. I went so far as to look at the Hill and came up with their top 10 accomplishments of the year.
Yes, go ahead.
I mean, some of them are so, and these aren't in any particular order. The appellate courts, tax reform, Supreme Court, the travel ban, Jerusalem, the capital, the
Paris Climate
Accord, Trans-Pacific Partnership, Cuba policy rollback. That was big.
That was close to getting a cigar.
Those are cheap cigars.
Trump, slow down just a minute. Wait till that box of cigars comes in.
Yeah, net neutrality, repeal, and ISIS. I mean, that's a lot of work in 1 year. I mean, a ton of work.
Well, they're reporting this morning. That actually he's ending 2017, his first year in office, with the same approvals Obama had in 2009.
Seriously?
Yeah, that's the same ones. And but all that list there, I like the judges, and I want to say out there, it's the boring topics, that sometimes do not make the front page. Now, if we had a judge that inappropriately, did something with the law clerk, that would be 24/7, all right, on the news. But if you have a judge that's a conservative that is appointed and confirmed and goes through, that's not making the news. And realistically, you and I represent actually millions in the United States that are tired of activist judges, tired of legislating from the court because it's illegal, and we should be very happy with what the president has done in the judicial area of our country. Would you agree?
Yeah, exactly. And it would be fun to drill down and see when all of this activism started and when all of these judges thought that instead of interpreting the Constitution, they were put there to make new law. I mean, I wonder how that evolved. Was that just liberal thinking judges that thought they were above what their mandate actually was?
I always liked and there needs to be a little explanation on this, and not we'll come back after the break and we'll talk about that. But I always liked the late Antonin Scalia that died with natural causes with a pillow over his face, Supreme Court justice that said he liked his Constitution dead.
And cremated the next day? No autopsy?
All right, let's not go there. This
sorry.
is not Conspiracy Theory Hour. We're going to start that 2018. New show.
That's a whole new show,
That's
right?
a new show right there. We're going to come back. What do you think happened in 2017? Do you have your eclipse glasses? Remember that day? Oh, my God. Everybody was all worked up, had the eclipse glasses. I still have mine.
I got one. You know who Pat Caddell is?
Yes, I do know.
The pollster and
Pat Caddell. Yes, I do.
I mean, I know
you didn't go there.
I got some stuff from him we need to talk about.
You didn't
next
go
time.
Pat Caddell. Because, the thing is, he is an old Democrat strategist.
Oh, yeah. McGovern.
Yes,
Carter,
exactly.
Clinton.
Yes.
And he said some really, really cool stuff that I've got memorialized here. I want to share with you.
There's two things that's going to happen. One, I don't drink unless Bob Beckel calls. If Bob Beckel calls, I'm going to go drinking with him. Okay, and I personally don't drink. Number two, I've made a decision on when I'm going to get the haircut. I'm going to get the haircut the day before I interview the President of the United States.
Oh, boy.
Okay. That's what you got. Hey, I have a goal. What's your goal for 2018? My goal for 2018 is to sit down with Donald J. Trump, have a nice clean haircut and everything like that, new suit, everything. That's why I'm getting a haircut. So let's work towards it. All right, there you go.
Got to be a Trump tie.
Trump tie?
Yeah.
Yeah, it will be. I'm your host, BKP. We'll be back right after these messages.
Ace is your healthful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East Ellijay. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff. Broken Bull, located in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge at Sycamore Crossing, is locally owned and operated. Our Simply Noel selection is the largest around. We have a great selection of unique clothing and several lines to choose from for men and women. We carry a beautiful variety of handmade jewelry from Blessed Be and others. All kinds of gifts, starting to carry shoes this fall as well. Come visit us on your next trip to Blue Ridge. We can't wait to meet you at Broken Bull, located in downtown Blue Ridge.
Days Chevrolet in Jasper is dropping the hammer. Over $11,000 off MSRP on new Silverados. Just look what we've done to the price on this new LT Crew Cab. Save over $11,000 and pay just $32,500. And Days Chevy is dropping the hammer in a big way on all new Chevy Malibus. Save over $6,500 and pay just $17,900. The savings are real and they're big at Days Chevrolet in Jasper.
Better days ahead, Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
I'm your host, BKP. We have the tissues out because 2017 is over for GMFTO. We have the tissues out. We're wiping away the tears, but we're excited about 2018. This is our last broadcast of the year. That's it. We'll be back Tuesday. Rose, will you show up Tuesday? You know, Rose, folks, we got a problem there.
Something going to happen Monday night?
Yeah, I think so. We'll see.
Celebrate. Dance to the music.
You do know
she turns 21, huh?
This is a live show.
I know.
Okay. Jason's in the house, already causing controversy with his Oklahoma hat. Yeah, controversy. Our sports, we can't wait. Folks, can't wait for 9:30 because it's time. It'll be time for TeamFYNSports Week in Review, and we're going to. Jason Banks is going to be here with his Oklahoma Sooner hat that he's sporting. I can't help it, folks. You take it up with him on social media. Give him a hard time. All right. And we have Reagan Young with us. We're excited to introduce her today.
When you get on with Jay, would you ask him where Brian Bosworth is these days? I just wondered.
Oh, no. We're at Circuit World in Blue Ridge.
Everything the cozy confines.
Everything here. I tell you what, I've asked him. I know he has to, but this is the couch.
It is.
Works. We have our own. Say it, Rick. You want to say it. This is what?
The
circuit sofa.
The circuit sofa. I keep going. No, someone else has got
circuit sofa.
Circuit sofa, folks.
Okay, 2017. I want to get a couple more things on 2017, but I want to also discuss what happens in 2018 that's out in front of us. So a couple things, this year. Now, I know because I understand, you're the smart guy on the couch.
Oh, yeah, right.
Well, no, I understand.
You do this every day, all day, and live it. I'm just trying to pick up around the fringe a little bit.
No, I'm telling you right now, because Dossier was not my life. I lived 40 plus years. We'll just go with that, okay? And
wasn't in your vocabulary,
No looks over there. That's all. Dossier was not in my life. I mean, it was not until 2017 that I had to say Dossier, and I had to Google it. Like, what do you mean the Dossier? America now knows what a dossier is. We didn't know it.
Yeah.
Huh?
However, all dossiers are not like this one.
No, I understand.
I mean, the information contained therein is not found in every dossier.
Okay. Quickly, 15 seconds. What are Trump's favorite tweets, or what did he call somebody is your favorite of the year?
Oh my! He put me on the spot like this.
See, I love Pocahontas and Rocket Man.
Rocket Man was great.
Rocket Man's great.
Yeah.
I mean,
I was listening to somebody the other day, and he was saying it shouldn't be Pocahontas, it should be like Jokahontas, or what was the other one? Focahontas, F-E-A-U-X. Focahontas, I think, is really cool.
Well, Trump went after the fake news, and we love that. We love that, and he highlighted, and we had Brian Ross got suspended, and we had CNN actually had to apologize.
Matt Lauer got fired.
We got fake news. We know but
Brian Ross.
Pocahontas and Rocket Man were some of my
Little Rocket Man.
Little Rocket Man. Now,
no offense to Elton John, right?
You remember, wasn't it 2017 where the media said that Rex Tillerson quit 4 times?
Yeah,
he's still there.
He did.
Right, he's still there.
Yeah.
And we know that Rex Tillerson, and this is a good example of how they try to spin something. We know the Secretary of State, Rex Tillerson, actually told Donald Trump when he took the position that his focus was 1 year. 1 year was his focus. So I do look in 2018 for Rex Tillerson to leave. Who leaves the cabinet in 2018?
Oh, boy. Him.
Yeah. He leaves. Now, he leaves. Now, the media will spin it some way, right? But you and I agree he will leave, and it'd be realistic. You'll walk into the president and say, I want to give you my resignation. I'll give you plenty of time. I put the year in that I promised you. and I think he'll leave, and everything's good.
I think he was there for a specific reason and a specific term, and that is, he came out of Exxon, and he's able to go into these countries. He's had a relationship with them.
Right.
He's able to go in and move right to the. It wasn't where he had to establish a relationship. It was already there.
Well, I think
that was key in his appointment. Don't you?
Yeah, but I do, because I think what he did is Trump gets the information. He sends people out to get information. The media has no idea how this guy operates. And I think Tillerson was sent in, you're 100% right, and he did not have to learn where he was at.
Right.
Or
establish new state policy.
But I tell you what he did. I think Trump, if I'm in the office, I think Trump said, bring me back what they really think.
Exactly.
And not State Department talk.
Right. Yeah.
Bring me back, Russia, the Ukraine.
What are they really thinking?
The Asian countries.
Yeah, they'll communicate with you.
The Middle East. Bring me back what is real there, and not State Department talk. And I think that's what he did for a year.
I absolutely 100% agree with you.
He leaves. I don't think it'll be ugly, but I do think he gets rid of Jeff Sessions. 2018. Anybody else? I think Sessions goes this year. I hope he does. I hope he does.
When you got a guy like Chaffetz, who's a Fox News contributor now that wanted to be with his family more, I'm sorry. You did that, folks. You don't understand. I want to spend more time with my family. Really? Yeah. Anyway,
why do you have to leave?
He's been on the sidelines going, this guy's got to go.
Right.
He's got to go.
Sessions was a loyalty. The loyalty pledge. But
he was one of the first guys wearing the red hat.
Red hat, ears stuck out. He's only 5 foot tall, and so.
Speaking of whom? We're on the big screen.
I think he goes this year.
Yeah, that could be. Yeah.
I think he goes.
Unless all of a sudden he starts doing, my words, the right thing, and taking some of the incidents that have happened in the past to task.
For me, unless I sit back and start seeing Sessions do what you call the right thing, and for me, unless I sit back and say, oh, okay, I see why he maneuvered this way and that way, I will have to really scrutinize that to change my mind that he needs to go.
Let's just follow the rule of law. How about it? That's what Trump has been preaching all along. Even with the Jerusalem thing, with border security, just follow the rule of law, and if you don't like it, change the law. But don't break the law and not follow the rules. You understand what I mean?
Who's your breakout player of the year? It's like sports and the politics. Who was your breakout player last year? In his administration.
I can't think of the guy's name. The EPA guy.
Zilke, Ryan's. No. You're talking about the guy from Oklahoma.
Yeah.
You got me off track. Yeah, the guy from Oklahoma. We'll get it in a minute. That's your breakout player of the year?
I'm telling you, that guy is doing more to build the morale up of the EPA. The ones that cried every time they came to work, they're gone. They've had some serious attrition there, but it was dead wood. He's saying that the morale, he was on yesterday, and he was saying that the morale is so much better at the EPA, and they're doing things that are meaningful now.
He's a former attorney general from Oklahoma.
Correct.
And I forget his name right off. Okay.
Yeah.
So
he has taken away those. He said no more do people have to worry about that if they get they're cited by the EPA. Your life is over as they knew it.
Oh yeah. EPA walks in.
Oh my God! I've got a lake in front of my house now that was caused by the last.
Yeah, you can't even pay the attorney.
Right.
You might as well close the business.
Exactly. He said that is gone. That is history, archive material. Clean out your locker.
Well, I did narrow it down to the cabinet.
Is it Scott Pruitt?
Scott Pruitt.
Scott
Yeah,
Pruitt,
Scott
thank you.
Pruitt, EPA.
Yep.
Yeah, thank you, Sam. I did narrow it down to the cabinet, but I guess I want to open it a little further. My breakout person of the year, and I know when I say the maiden name, you say don't do that, but I like to do it, is Sarah Huckabee Sanders. That's my. Well,
she's not a cabinet, but she is a player.
That's my breakout person of the year.
And boy, can she make a pecan pie!
Yes, can she ever? and that is my breakout of the year. That person does not flinch in that room.
She does not.
You have to be steel there.
Steel and really, really quick. She's got to be thinking 2 steps ahead. When does she cut off the question, and who does she call on next? And I watch her and I go, I'll take that up and get back to you, John. Boom, and she's already got her players picked out. Her questionnaires.
I was watching a video the other day because I go through clips. I'll get up early and I'll type in keywords that I want to remember, and I'll go through clips and I'll watch 6 minutes here, 8 minutes there. And I watched the president the other day in a clip where he was making an announcement, and behind him there's a row of people, and she's one of them. And I'm watching him make the announcement that he's doing, but I'm watching her with a legal pad. And I'm listening to him, and she's going like this, and then she'll go. And I was like, I was amazed.
She's the daily mouthpiece. She's the daily mouthpiece.
I was amazed by how she was zero in on what he said, and how she can come out and convey. President didn't say that. President didn't say that.
You know what she reminds me of, and I always really liked this guy. Rest his soul. He I can't think of his name now. Press secretary for Bush, passed away with
Tony Snow.
I thought he was just terrific.
Yeah, I remember Tony Snow. Yes.
And I think.
Why do I know this stuff?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I'm around the fringes,
Tony Snow. I remember Tony Snow.
I think she's a lot like Tony Snow.
I used to listen to him on the radio. Now, a little test.
Little known fact. Here we go.
Little test. Okay, a little test. We could Google this. The first.
Count them.
The first fill-in host for Rush Limbaugh.
Oh my goodness! Tony Snow. All right.
Tony Snow.
There you go.
First full.
Yeah, you're right.
Tony Snow.
Yeah.
Why do I know this? I got to get something else. I have to give a life. That's what I'm going to do with 28. I'm going to get a life. Okay. That's what I figured it out. I mean,
Check, please.
This information. Why do I know he's the first? Right? No, I remember Tony Snow very well. Now, I want to go to something because we're going to be short on time. We got to get to sports. We got a couple minutes. Pat Caddell.
I
don't want to leave that out because you did. And I love Pat Caddell.
He talked about his pollster contributions over the years and how he's seen things change. 2 things really stuck out in my mind, and that is what he said. He talked about all of when the polling first started, things were 40-50 split. Now they're 19 against 76, all this stuff. It's minutia, but 2 really important things. Caddell then turned to some of Trump's campaign rhetoric and how it impacted the American election. Pollster said the most powerful idea that's ever been brought to the forefront was drain the swamp. It really resonated with the folks out there. Pat Caddell then declared, "Make America Great Again" has been the greatest slogan of his lifetime. I mean, I think that's defining.
For those
a Democratic strategist.
Yes, for those of you that don't, know Pat Caddell, we'll just briefly say, and I think Rick and I will agree on this. You watch so many. You're going to watch Juan Williams this afternoon. Somebody is by accident, okay?
He won't be on until after the first of the year.
But you're going to accidentally watch Juan Williams, and you're going to look at the camera, and you're going to say, Juan, you know you're lying. Juan, you know the truth. Juan, why do you keep telling the same lie? And then you'll stop and think, when will a Democrat step up and say, this is not right? That's Pat Caddell.
Exactly, and he's been blasted by the Dems because of it.
That's Pat Caddell. Because you were talking about going back to Carter, and who else did you have?
McGovern, going
all the way back to McGovern.
He did some Clinton work.
Carter, Clinton. And this guy finally said one day, this is not adding up.
This is not working for me.
Right. So that and I would encourage you to read and look up Pat Goodell. I love to listen to his stuff. Rick, some of the things before we go here, we got just 2 or 3 minutes. We have
2018. Is that what?
Well, I want real quick. When does the Russian investigation end?
Oh boy,
these are quick ones. How much longer do you think?
First quarter of next year.
First quarter of next year, it's done. I think because we're seeing headlines that President Donald Trump has not said he has made. Rosemary, look at that. Rosemary.
Oh my goodness, did she?
Yeah. You remember Rosemary?
Sure, absolutely.
The Dick Van
Maury
Dyke
Amsterdam.
Show? Yes, Dick Van
Rosemary.
Dyke Show. Oh, okay.
She was
I'm sorry, I got sidetracked. I saw a squirrel.
She was a big panelist on Tic Tac Toe. Remember that?
Rosemary, my God. Anyhow, for those of you that don't understand, Russian collusion. Trump said that Mueller would be fair. I don't think he would come out and say that if he doesn't feel something. So you're saying first quarter of next year?
Yeah,
Russian?
Jay Sekulow said the same thing. He said, the president's really out of this whole thing. The investigation may continue, but Trump is in the clear. First quarter.
Do we actually see with Devin Nunes from California, and do we actually see something seriously happen with FBI, maybe even criminal charges? Do you think in 2018 that we will actually see criminal charges within the FBI and Department of Justice?
Why do you think these guys like McCabe are running like roaches? I mean, trying to duck under the radar and get all of a sudden get their benefit package squared up, and I got to retire all of a sudden. Andy McCabe, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I think that they're scared to death because they've been uncovered.
Well, I think when Trump said at the beginning of his administration, look, I'm not going to focus on putting Hillary in jail, I think he left it open for other people to do it.
Exactly. He figured it would be a natural happenstance.
So do you think in 2018 we actually see something? Do you think that that we as Americans, now we have the FBI agents in the field. There's a lot of agents. There's a lot of good people in the organization. Okay. Same with the Department of Justice. Okay.
Depends on how that internal government report's going to come out. The one that's being written now, that was started even before the election by the what do they call that guy? The Inspector General. Inspector General. Thank you.
Yeah, the Inspector General.
I think when that report.
I always want to go in and Inspector General. The Inspector General's here to see you.
Does your dog bite?
Does your dog?
Inspector Clouseau.
The Inspector General. Oh, gosh almighty. Okay, 2018. Anything happen with the FBI, you think, and Hillary, and you think they reopen it?
Yeah, I think there's going to be a really scathing report that comes out of that Inspector General's office.
2018.
Midterm elections.
Democrats take the House?
No.
No. Okay, I agree. Democrats take the Senate?
No.
Biggest political upset in 2018?
Biggest political upset.
I don't know which one it'll be, but I do think the state of Missouri will have a Republican senator going to Washington, D.C.
Is that Claire?
That's Claire McCaskill.
Claire McCaskill.
Okay.
Up for re-election, yeah.
Yes, that's that. I won't call that the biggest, but I do think that's going to be a big upset. Claire McCaskill is going to be gone. That's my thought.
Isn't Pocahontas up for re-election too?
I don't know about Pocahontas, but Pocahontas is in a pretty blue state. Missouri went very strong for Trump. So that's one of my big ones.
Yeah.
Do we have to deal with state? Do we have to deal with state issues in 2018 that are sitting there that nobody will talk about? The unfunded liabilities. I started with Illinois. Do you realize Illinois has gone from the fifth most populous state in the United States? People don't think about that. Fifth to number 6. They're going to lose 2 congressional seats. And the people that left are the taxpayers.
And Rahm Emanuel has all of a sudden climbed over 50% approval rating when the city is in shambles.
Do we have to deal with that as America?
He's taken up the bash Trump. This is,
these are quick. Do we get an immigration policy in 2018?
DACA is going to be tough.
Do you think we get something?
We're going to get something. I don't know if it's going to be as it should be, but it's going to have to come in pieces, I believe.
Pieces.
They're not going to have enough partisan.
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
To put a full package together, they're going to have to go piece by piece. 2018. Do we get anything change on Obamacare?
Oh, it's going to have to, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
2018. What's the budget look like? Are we going to get a budget?
Whew, that's a tough one. Yeah, we have to. I mean, we got how many continuing resolutions right now?
I understand, but the budget. Okay. What about 2018? I know we're running out of time here. 2018. Are you on board? I want you on record.
Oh.
Are you on board with, I've heard up to $1 trillion, are you on board with the president's infrastructure spending bill?
Yes.
So am I. Why are you on board? Because I know
create jobs.
Not just to create jobs. I will say this, folks, if the president of the United States puts together $1 trillion, we're spending this money. We act like we don't spend this money. If the president of the United States actually puts together a plan, $1 trillion, $800 billion, okay, in infrastructure spending to send us into the, to make it America great again, our highways, bridges, airports, trains, whatever, but it actually gets done and not funneled to a couple, we'll call them the union fat cats, I'm on board.
Yep.
But if they pass something and it just gets dispersed out and it never hits the road, I'm not on board.
You mean shovel-ready projects?
Don't go there. 30 seconds. We're out of time.
30 seconds,
minute.
okay.
I don't want you to leave. What you got?
For 2018, my biggest wish is, and again, I'm going back to Pat Caddell. Pat Caddell says political leaders now are more interested in protecting their power and privilege than doing what is right for the American people. 81% of Americans agree, and that's why I think if someone would have the guts to introduce term limits. Term limits, in my humble opinion, is a fix-all for everything wrong.
I can't stand to hear political career. I can't stand to hear political career. When it's your career, something's wrong. Anyhow, folks, I want to thank Rick. I want to go ahead and thank Bruce and Jane and Joanne and anyone that's participated in the All-Star panel for 2017. Thank you for coming every week. We have so much fun. Okay, we find this morning that we find out that North Korea is still getting oil from China. We have a ship that has been detained by South Korea. North Korea is still getting oil that's supposed to be in sanctions. I just want to say before we leave, as something may develop in 2018, the President of the United States gave it every shot diplomatically. We make a joke of Rocket Man. He has sent Tillerson. The President went to China. The President's gone to, met with Putin. The President's gone to Japan. He has done everything he possibly can diplomatically for a year. Just keep in mind, whatever happens with North Korea, the President of the United States didn't cause it. But my prediction for 2018, he will solve it. Good with that?
Safe travels. Happy birthday next week. Healthy and happy New Year to everybody out there, and happy New Year, my friend.
To you too. Okay, and 2018, maybe we can get you something other than the Mr. Magoo glasses. Anyhow,
Maybe we can get you a haircut.
look at it. It's a list.
Ace is your healthful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East Ellijay. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff. Broken Bull, located in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge at Sycamore Crossing, is locally owned and operated. Our Simply Noel selection is the largest around. We have a great selection of unique clothing and several lines to choose from for men and women. We carry a beautiful variety of handmade jewelry from Blessed Be and others. All kinds of gifts, starting to carry shoes this fall as well. Come visit us on your next trip to Blue Ridge. We can't wait to meet you at Broken Bull, located in downtown Blue Ridge.
Days Chevrolet in Jasper is dropping the hammer. Over $11,000 off MSRP on new Silverados. Just look what we've done to the price on this new LT Crew Cab. Save over $11,000 and pay just $32,500. And Days Chevy is dropping the hammer in a big way on all new Chevy Malibus. Save over $6,500 and pay just $17,900. The savings are real and they're big at Days Chevrolet in Jasper.
Better days ahead, Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
Hey, we're back. I'm your host, BKP, and it's now time for the Team FYN Sports Weekend Review. And we're here with the director of Team FYN Sports, Jason Banks. And yes, folks, I am embarrassed, but I'm not embarrassed of the program, Team FYN Sports, but a Bosworth, Oklahoma Sooner, we're upset, folks. We're really upset, but we're keeping him around. But anyway, Jake, you had to do it, didn't you?
The Boz, man. It's the Boz.
Oklahoma. Oh, my God. I got Georgia fans out there like, I'm going to get text, get rid of him now. And Reagan Young, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Are you enjoying covering basketball games?
Yes.
Reagan Young is covering basketball and any other sport that's going on. She's making it happen. She is a junior at Fannin High School, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're glad to have her this morning. You guys are watching a lot of basketball.
Man, we're busy.
Busy.
This week has been nuts.
Who's up at the Union?
At Towns County.
Is that you up there?
It's me, and also I had Isaiah Garrett, our Union County sports reporter. He was up there for one of the days, part of a day with me, and then he'll be up there today with me as well.
And so now that's up at Towns County.
That's correct.
And what is that tournament called?
It's called the Battle of the States.
Who all is up there in that one?
It would take all day for me to name all the different teams, but I can tell you we've got teams from Alabama, 2 teams, actually Hoax Bluff, and then Piedmont, and then we've got teams from Tennessee. Polk County is actually up there, and then, of course, Georgia, Towns County, Union County, both doing really well, and then Murphy representing North Carolina.
Last night, I'm watching the Twitter feed. Last night, you guys do an outstanding job. You really are. You got to be following Team FYN Sports Facebook page, our Twitter at Team FYN Sports, and also get on Team FYN Sports, FetcherNews.com. But I'm following it, and it is was the Murphy. Murphy, the ladies' game, Murphy Union, was it as exciting as what I was?
It was, and it was disappointing at the same time.
That's a Union.
The Union Murphy girls game.
Right.
That was the game to watch. Going into from Wednesday's games, Murphy came out and just absolutely destroyed Lumpkin County, and Lumpkin's girls are not bad. I mean, they're good, but I mean they went up like 21-2 in the first quarter, and then that obviously too much to overcome. So new Murphy girls were good. Didn't know they were that good. Got to looking at the record. They're 7-1. Their only loss to a private school in North Carolina that's undefeated right now, 9-0. So they're good. We've known all season the Union County girls were good, and they're going in. Of course, they won their game very easily, I'll say. They handled business on Wednesday. And so looking at that game yesterday, I expected it to be an absolute battle for 4 quarters. And unfortunately, the strategy for Murphy played out very well very early on. They're really fast in the first quarter. They get you in foul trouble early. And then, unfortunately, Union, the shots just weren't falling. We probably saw them miss 8 different simple layups right under the basket. When they did have opportunities at foul shots early, they were missing their free throws. The parents, I was sitting in the Union section with parents all around me, and they're very active, and they encourage their girls even when they're struggling. But you just kind of felt bad for them because Murphy was just that good. I mean,
now,
it was a blowout.
When is this tournament? Is it still playing?
Still playing.
When does it end?
Tonight.
Tonight,
Yep.
It's finished?
Murphy's playing Hoax Bluff, Alabama, for the championship.
Now, what tournament are you following?
The Mountaintop Holiday Classic.
The Mountaintop, and that's at Fannin? What teams are in that?
I know there is, I think Christian Heritage is the name of it. There's Gilmer, Kahula Creek,
White County. Adairsville.
Is Pickens in that, the Dragons?
I don't.
Yes.
Yeah. I didn't see them.
The Nets.
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, I'll have to check with RJ. Yes, they are, and they won. Like the Nets won yesterday pretty handily right after the White County game. So their games are actually before you got there yesterday.
Now, you've been covering that one, and not to put you on the spot, because I know you're supposed to say the Fannin Rebels, the Lady Rebels. I know that's your answer you have to give, but out of the teams you've been watching, who is maybe some of the most impressive players or the most impressive team that you've really enjoyed watching up there?
Well, I only went for 2 of the games last night, but it was against Kahula Creek and Gilmer. And Gilmer won both of their games, and I thought some of the Gilmer boy posts were doing awesome. Like one was that close to dunking; it was pretty cool. But and the girls, there was number 24, and she just got after it. Like every loose ball, she was there. She made almost every foul shot, everything.
That's the Gilmer Lady Cats.
Yeah.
So you now, are they playing today?
Yes, they're playing Fannin tonight, so
tonight?
That'll be a big game.
So you'll be tweeting out from that one and covering that one. What else we got? We got any wrestling this weekend?
There's not this weekend, but area duels coming up end of next week, and that's basically what Fannin and Gilmer's wrestling programs have really been focusing on. Gilmer coming off an outstanding 3rd place finish at the Kyle Maynard duels at Collins Hill. And if you know the story of Kyle Maynard, you know he was born with no arms and no legs, and yet this guy he's an accomplished mixed martial artist. He actually wrestled at Collins Hill. He's an award-winning author, a motivational speaker. I mean, graduate from the University of Georgia. So that tournament draws the very best talent, and Coach Go over there at Gilmer took his guys in, and he's done a really great job strategizing with weights, the weight classes, so that they're forfeiting the right matches where they don't have a wrestler, depending on who they're playing against or wrestling against. And they actually made it to the semis, where they lost to Commerce by 3. And Commerce wins state every year. I mean, I can't remember the last time Commerce didn't win state. So that says a lot about them. And then Commerce went on. They actually, amazingly, Commerce lost in the final. But pretty awesome for Gilmer to finish 3rd in that. Gives you a really good idea of where they're headed as far as state goes. And then for Fannin, they've got some concerns because they don't have anyone in the weight classes that they really need. They've got guys that are really trying to cut weight right now to get down out of the super heavyweight, and they got a couple of guys that really could gain some weight but don't want to because they're competitive in the class that they're in. So in the 3 most competitive weight classes in high school wrestling, they're having to forfeit those matches right now. It's really kind of hurting them.
Well, I want to tell you, I got a text, a thank you for Team FYNSports covering Gilmer Bobcats wrestling. So Bobcat fans are saying they appreciate.
And there's a great article on Gilmer about that wrestling.
Yeah, and that's what they gave us a shout out on that one. Let you know that. Are you enjoying covering events for Team FYNSports?
I am. It's fun.
Well, we love having you, and what I want to say is we really enjoy having Reagan Young with us, a junior here at Fannin County High School. Team FYNSports is dedicated to highlighting and promoting young athletes in a positive way. And Jason Banks is the director of Team FYNSports. If you'll get in touch with us, 706-889-9700, chief@fetchernews.com, or info@fetchernews.com if you would like to be a part of Team FYNSports, because our focus is your community and being a part of your community and highlighting your young athletes. So if you'd like to be like Reagan and work with Jason every day at Team FYNSports, let us know. Okay, well, we got a minute. We're going to put you on the spot. No, we'll put you on the spot. So are you pulling for the Bulldogs?
Yes, I think you should send me to the Rose Bowl because someone needs to cover it.
Oh.
so much for putting you on the spot. Okay. Okay, Reagan's headed out. Next flight, Rose Bowl. So you're pulling for the Dogs?
Yes.
Okay.
You already know.
Jason?
I hope Baker Mayfield's little illness that he's got going on is just some jet lag. A little nervous about that, but of course, the Sooners, they got this.
Tell them, in fairness, that you are from Oklahoma, so it's not just you're against the Bulldogs.
No, and I'm not against the Bulldogs, actually. I like Georgia. I've been to Athens several times. I've been to several games, too. But I'm a Sooner. I've been a Sooner since 1984, so I'm not a bandwagon fan. I even watched them lose to Kansas live right there at the stadium at Gaylord Memorial Stadium in Norman, and I watched them lose to Kansas, which I think that's only happened once ever when I was a sophomore in high school in Oklahoma. So
your heart, you are pulling for Oklahoma. Your heart's pulling for Oklahoma. But the one thing we are guaranteed as football fans, we're guaranteed a good game. I really think
it's going to be great. It's going to be really good.
We have Georgia, Oklahoma. Okay. Clemson, Alabama. Do you have a pick? You going to stay away from that one?
Yeah.
You going to stay away from that?
I'm going to stay away.
All right, you?
I'm not staying away. Clemson all day.
Clemson's
scary. They're good. So all day. Most mobile quarterback in the league. They're good. And Alabama hasn't. They haven't seen that. The closest they've seen to that was Auburn, and they lost. So Clemson's going to do what Auburn did.
Georgia fans, I'm pulling for Georgia all the way, I promise. But at the end of the day, that means for the national championship, it has to either be Georgia or Oklahoma for me. Please, Alabama, you're nice people, but just go home and relax, man, okay? That's my opinion, all right?
Take a break.
Yeah, take a break, man. You'll be okay, we promise.
Got enough.
Reagan, again, welcome. It's time for the Pet of the Week. Jason Banks, Team FYNSports. You can follow them on Twitter at Team FYNSports, Instagram, Team FYNSports, Facebook, Team FYNSports, and you go to FetcherNews.com, click on Team FYNSports. These guys got it going on. I want to thank R.J. Casey down in Pickens County covering the Dragons and the Dragonettes. And what's the young man's name in Union?
Isaiah Garrett.
Isaiah Garrett. I want to thank him up there in Union County. And we look forward to anyone else that wants to get involved with what we're doing here. We're going to take a break. When we come back, it's time for the Pet of the Week, and that'll be our last segment for 2017. We got the tissues ready. It's sad. Okay. Reagan's headed to the Rose Bowl. We're out.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up. And they stay there, and they say yeah, and they say there.
The Tupelo Tea mission is to provide over 80 premium tea blends for tea lovers who are looking for ways to explore new flavors and blends. Come visit Tupelo Tea, located in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge at Sycamore Crossing. Be sure to sample our various varieties of honey and tea. Visit us on the web at tupelotea.com or call us at 706-946-TEAS. That's TEAS. Tupelo Tea, located in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LOJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair, and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Hey Rebel fans, come visit the Dairy Queen Grill and Chill of Blue Ridge, Fannin County High School's Meet, Eat, and Treat headquarters. Highway 5 in Blue Ridge. Proud sponsors of the Fannin County Rebels.
Hey folks, I'm your host BKP, and we're back. We're at Circuit World in Blue Ridge. It's a busy place here, close to 9 o'clock, but our star of the show is our Pet of the Week from the Humane Society of Blue Ridge. And who do we have with us today, Miles?
This is Miles, yes.
Yes,
this is Miles, yes. Miles is extremely nervous. So this is why, this isn't his normal way of
Why
being.
are your nerves shot?
Well, he doesn't know all of the furniture and all the people, you know, I mean, he has a kennel and a run. He has a Coranda bed, and this is like a lot for him right now.
Hi, Miles. Hi.
So yes,
Good.
but I want the people to see how you sit. Miles is going on 3. He'll be 3 in March, and he's been with us over a year, so we really need to find him his forever home. He is a Lab Weimaraner mix, and he is just the greatest dog. He loves riding in cars. He loves sitting on picnic tables. He loves playing in the sun. He'll play in the snow. He'll sleep with blankets on him. He's just your average, just a good all-around boy. And I'm going to put my back to the camera and show Miles over here. Sit. I want to show him how you sit pretty. Oh, yes, you sit so pretty, don't you? Miles is, he's a good boy. He pulls a little bit when walking because he gets so excited. You want to show him how you lay down? Yes, he also lays down, and he sits, and he would love to get on the furniture. I'm not letting him. But he is, he's just, oh, we have to sit over here. Come on, are you going to lay down again? All right, there you go. Yes, a good boy.
And Miles has been there a year.
He's been there over a year.
And we're looking for Miles' forever home.
Yes, and as you can tell, he's a big boy. He's about 63 pounds, and but he is just a good all-around play dog. He loves to play. He will, you know, obviously he'll bark when he needs to, as far as protection. He just loves everything. Sun, outside. He loves the snow. He had a good time in the snow when we had it, and he just there's not enough I can say about him. He is a good dog. You want to show him how you sit pretty again? All right, I know it's in there. Hang on. Here.
Folks, this is Humane Society of Blue Ridge, and you can find their website at the humanesocietyofblueridge.org. Also find their Facebook page. And we're excited that we've had a good year, Rena. We've had the Humane Society. We've been doing our Pet of the Week. Miles is doing tricks. We've been doing our Pet of the Week. We never know what to expect, which dog. But they do a great job out of the Humane Society of matching the dog up, meaning if you want to come and see Miles or any of the dogs, you need to schedule a meet and greet. It's very important. We try not to have the dog returned. It's not good for the dog, not good for the family. Right. So we schedule a meet and greet. You bring your family, you bring your other dogs, your other pets, and that's a scheduled thing.
Yes.
And then that way, hopefully, if you want to take Miles home, you could find out if the Miles will fit with the other dogs or pets you have or your children. Now, do you see Miles as okay with kids? Do you see Miles?
It depends. We've had a couple of families come, and he's been okay with kids. If the kids aren't too, pull the ear,
he's just a big guy.
He's just a big dog.
And sometimes big guys like this, they love kids, but they don't realize they're hurting them because they're big and they get aggressive. But it's not their intent.
And you have to give them a lot of respect. Yes, come on. Well, you don't give kisses. He's nervous, but he does give kisses.
So you schedule a meet and greet, and we can find Miles a home. And yes, we always have to tell you they do have cats available.
Yes, we do.
Oh,
lots of cats.
Lots of cats, kittens available. And they have a great intake program, meaning when you get or adopt a pet from the Humane Society, tell them a little bit about the intake program.
The intake, the dog will be in there 14 days. I'm coming.
She knows that pocket.
Come here. Over here. Sit down.
The dog's in there 14 days?
They're in 14 days, and that is to make sure that there are no diseases to bring over to our general population. And when you adopt a dog, it's $200. They have all their shots, their rabies. They are spayed or neutered and microchipped. And of course, we do the heartworm prevention every month, which is very important, and they are on flea prevention. And we do positive reinforcement training, so they do the sit, the lay down. Some of them pull a little bit harder on the leash, and we are working on these things. But we do work with all of them to have at least a basic training. Miles, they really want to see your beautiful face. And Augie got adopted. Okay. He's still there, but he'll be going home next week. And he's doing really, really well, but he'll be leaving us soon. And so we've had a lot of people come in and look. It's been very busy. But come on in and see us. We are at 171 Mineral Springs Road, which is just off of Aska. Call us at 706-632-4357. If you want to schedule just an appointment or you want information on a dog, you can email us, humanesocietyofblueridge.org. Go on our website and you can see all of our dogs. You can see updates on who's been adopted, anyone that's come in that's new. Any lost and found dogs, we do post on our Facebook page. Follow us on Facebook and you can get all of our information. We're always looking for volunteers to come out and help us teach the dogs. Is it pretty? Oh, you're so pretty. You're so pretty. Yes, you are. And we will be closed Monday for New Year's. Sorry, Christmas is over. For New Year's. And normally we are open Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 10 to 5, and Saturday, 10 to 2. But as I said, we will be closed this Monday. We will be open tomorrow, which is Saturday, 10 to 2, if you want to come out and meet some of our other beautiful animals out there. Yes.
Folks, that's the Humane Society of BlueRidge.org. Also find their Facebook page for all the information. I want to go before we close. This is our final segment for 2017. I want to thank all of our viewers this year. And we'll be back Tuesday morning at 8 a.m., not Monday. Tuesday morning at 8 a.m. we'll be back live. And before we close the Pet of the Week segment, they have perfect companion dogs out there, pets for you. So whatever your family, or if you just want a companion, you check out the Humane Society of Blue Ridge. I want to thank all of the volunteers, everyone that works so hard for the Humane Society of Blue Ridge, all the volunteers out there. I want to thank all the employees out there at the Humane Society and each and every one that's on the board of directors from the top down. So much hard work goes into this, and I want to thank each and every one of you. And obviously here at FetchYourNews.com, we love our doggies. So, Miles, guess what? You are the Pet of the Week, the final one for 2017, and we're going to start with a new one next year. Again, Happy New Year from FetchYourNews.com, FYN TV, TeamFYNSports. Happy New Year's, and enjoy yourself and be safe, okay, this weekend. We'll see you Tuesday morning at 8 a.m. Take us out of here, Sam.